But in my recent learning, what I've realized is the correlation between what I come out and tell you guys about your truest, highest potential of your being and what you believe to be true about yourself is two different things. Now, I'm going to use that as an example, okay? When you're born in your purest natural state of your being, now, you don't have any thoughts about yourself. Not at all. You don't have any thoughts about others. You're actually just operating out of your truest, highest state. Now, who is that? Well, you may be given your name at birth, but do you believe that's who you are from birth? No, you don't. You don't believe anything about yourself at that point. You're constructed to believe everything that you believe about yourself by what somebody else told you to believe. So that is the farthest thing from who you truly are, factually. So how does this happen? Well, what are some of the first things that rip you away from being who you genuinely are? Your energy has a unique signature that does not change throughout your life. It's your print of your being in this existence. It's like your unique thumbprint, actually. You have a unique energy signature on the planet because you're energy first. And we're all unique. And we're all here according to what we have decided to come here for. We had intentions to be born, whether you realize it or not, whether you've forgotten it or not, which is normal because being born, you will forget about it. But, I highly believe in my heart that there's a misconception of us not believing it automatically. It's because we are conditioned and programmed to believe something else about ourselves, which is a distortion to who we really are. How does it happen? Well, what is the first thing that we hear the most of in our first years of life? No, 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 no. And then we hear about after the no phase, right? What else do we hear as a child? Do it like this. Do it like that. Now, all of these do it like this and do it like that came from people that were not unconditionally loving themselves. Never mind you. So their programming came from handed down generational belief systems. Their beliefs came from the handed down trauma that nobody talks about. Their belief systems of how they convinced you to be and how they were living come from things that were, don't talk about it. How can things be corrected if they can't be vocalized and expressed and always bottled up? They can't be. And we believe that we're tied to all of these belief systems and traditions and ways of being, and all of the shame and the guilt and the blame and the judgment that's attached to all of that too. Well, the same way that you're unaware that your body, how it works, is the same way you're unaware of everything that's been leaked down in your ancestry unless you dug it all up and looked. Well, all of that is still affecting you today. in your physical being right now. So, who are you really? Well, initially, before you believe any of what you're being told, you're nobody. You're nothing in no time and in no space, and living heartfully out of the present moment. That's what you're born to do. So when Dr. Joe Dispenza was saying about you have to become nobody, nothing, in no time, in no space, I believe he had understood about the truest nature of our being to unlock the true wisdom. But now I've understood a deeper meaning. Actually, yes, I have overstood a deeper meaning to it all. Meaning that that is our truest nature. We are all one. And this is where the misconception comes into it for all. That everybody thinks they're having a unique experience and they're not. You and I are of the same thing. We're just separated by our free will choices and beliefs. Who do I believe myself to be? The purest expression of the Most High and Source creation. Nothing but. I don't have a self. See, that's the difference. I sacrificed myself to be fueled by Source. What is that true sacrificial of self? Giving up all of those belief systems that don't belong to you. Because if you really take a look at what you believe today, how much of that did you choose for yourself? None of it. And why have you sought outward approval and acceptance and love, and you've wanted to people please all your life, and it's driven you into depression or anxiety or illness? Well, because from when you started to stand up and take your first steps and try to discover and learn, you were told no, 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 no. And since then, you have been conditioned to learn what you've learned and to believe what you've believed, no matter what, no matter who you are. So there's level of consciousness, but there's also frequencies of your being. Like I was saying, you have a unique signature on the planet. Well, until you take your outward focus on everything else outside of you and take a look at the frequency that you're emitting on your own, you'll never be able to fix your energy or what you believe to be right about yourself. And if you're running on belief systems from everybody else, well, then you don't really know your true self because you're believing the stories that have been installed in you. So you are running on an ego, especially if you're trying to, defend my name and, defend my self-identity and defend who I think I should be or who I am. It's all a crock, factually. Because the highest potential of your being, you are nobody and nothing in no time and in no space, just present right now